All right, I'm gonna check the save now to see what everybody's got. Spy on Habibi. I'm curious to see what you got here, buddy. Buddy boy. You maxed out your innovation when I told you, didn't you?
Well, I was already doing it. I just spent like the first half of the session just building iron mines and tools. That's literally all I was building.
Why are you building gold mines when you got 50% construction efficiency debuff in Colima, though?
I'm just building all of them before the private industries build them, I guess.
You should move around your edicts since it's speed 3 because it would make such a difference. It literally makes like 4 or 5 weeks difference if you just enact the edicts.
I was doing that earlier, but I then changed to keep construction for infrastructure.
But not only construction, do road maintenance and violence suppression, because if you do both, you got down to, you go 22% construction efficiency instead of 49% debuff. That's like half the debuff gone right there with 2 clicks.
Why is there turmoil in the States, though? That's what I was wondering. Colima, why is there turmoil here?
So Colima has 55,000 Yakuts, which is not an accepted culture. So those by default will cause some turmoil. Then you have in Colima mostly peasants, and your laws do not scream peasant friendly. So that's also going to be a little bit of an issue by default. You actually have mostly peasant turmoil here. You know what? I think it is mostly just not having jobs and radicalized because of discrimination for the Yakuts. Yeah, see, 19,000 Yakuts, that's 11,000 radicals from discrimination, and 19,000 radicals probably from change of professions or lack of professions, I would assume, because you got 15,000 unemployed, right? So these people are going to be pissed already, and it adds up to it. Laborers definitely don't care as much. So you got a lot of laborers, but they're all happy. Only 855 radicals out of how many? 71,000 laborers, because you gave them jobs, right? So you got high standard of living for them as consequence. So eventually, once you build all the gold mines in Colima, you will have basically no turmoil.
Yeah, the turmoil went away as soon as the gold mines were built. I saw that too.
Yeah, their economy is freaking wild. Holy shit. 308,000. That is good. I would take away the liquor tax and I would put opium tax if I was you. It's more money and it affects smaller percentage of the population. Well, liquor only gives you 9,000. Opium gives you 14,000. Also, opium doesn't affect your entire population as much since it's not one of the basic things for most of your liquor enjoying Russians, right? Let me check. I think the Russians have a liquor addiction. Might be wrong. Did they not have a liquor obsession?
They don't. They don't have a liquor obsession, no.
Oh shit, I thought they did.
Yeah, me too. But they can grow a liquor obsession.
But then you have Tatars that have a liquor obsession, which are Muslims. What? This makes no sense. That's weird. The Russians don't have liquor obsession, but the Tatar. Okay. Military is pretty strong. Holy shit. I literally got a stronger army than I have.
No, I think you would be stronger.
Yeah. No, actually, right now, yes, I would be stronger.
Yeah. If I build more cannons, I could become stronger, but I don't really want to do that right now.
You don't need to. I mean, it's a drain on the economy considering there's no big wars at the time, right? What about your institutions? Ooh.
They're all level 1.
I would prioritize the education one.
Education is very huge that I need to do. Recently passed it, and it's with my population, but the thing is with advanced research it should be cheaper.
I would have prioritized a few things at the start if I was you though. Like I would go for the market liberal instantly, and I would have passed traditionalism into agrarianism and homesteading ASAP. You can do it in the first 5 years if you do a market liberal path, and then that's basically from the 1840s you start getting an extra 25% increase to taxation capacity from getting rid of traditionalism and lowered 50% less political strength for the gentry assembly, and so on, which scales, right? It snowballs. Basically, you can pass all the legislation a lot faster afterwards. You got a massive population, 75 million. Holy shit, though. That's huge. It's mostly Russians and Ukrainians as well, so it's your main cultures.
That's why I rush the food standardization.
Yeah,
also increases the standard of living, so I don't leak pops.
For me, what I do, I go advanced research to get the edge over the rest, and then I go freedom of movement. So the next one I'm gonna unlock is freedom of movement, which is actually fucking insane. Like to put it in this perspective, you get 50% from the principal aside from the extra migrations. You also get 40% from the 2 production methods from universities and arts academies, and then you can top that up with the 10% more from the oil company, which is insane, man. I was getting like 5-6 million per year in immigrants in 1880s, which is ridiculous. Your standard of living is pretty high as well for the Russians. It does help with the principle. You got food standardization.
Food standardization is just so powerful. You get basically like tier 3 public healthcare on top of your normal healthcare.
You're importing 1.8 thousand iron from me? Holy fuck. Bro, like, I would literally wipe your economy if I canceled that iron trade. Yeah. Holy shit.
When you're like, yeah, I want to be friendly, I was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, I
And you're
mean-
like, you need Russian goods, and I was like, yeah, well, sure, yeah, dude.
That's actually
Russian
why I
goods.
started building iron. I knew that you're going to be importing a lot because I've been checking it the whole session. It's normal, you know, because I have the capability of building a lot of iron because I've got the production methods from the technology, because I basically start with atmospheric engines and I get water tube boilers as my first technology. So I've had water tube boilers since 1837. So basically one iron mine from me from day one essentially was 3 iron mines that you could build. So it's the scale is insane for Prussia, which is why, especially in multiplayer, the meta, in my opinion, for them is build as many iron mines and let everybody else trade it from you, because you make a buttload of money from that. If you want to take my little bit of backseating, I would just spam government administration buildings, like spam the shit out of them. 3 reasons: increases the price of paper, so you can make a little bit of buck from that. But aside from that, you get more bureaucracy, so you can level up your education to level 3, which in turn also means that you get technology spread and you get your max cap for innovation increased. Second reason is because you want to get that conversion, actually, because you have a lot of non-orthodox, which is actually causing you turmoil. That's going to help out with the conversion too, which is a big deal. And then another reason, of course, is because getting these upgraded means you're going to get more taxes, because obviously they offer taxes in the provinces where you build. So you always build government administration buildings wherever you have taxation capacity issues. I'm actually curious about China, and I'm going to check Finland. Holy fuck, my dude. China's really good. I might need to actually form Super Germany, actually. Holy fuck, dude. He's struggling with homesteading still. That's understandable considering it's China. He got appointed bureaucrats. That is massive. And he's got agrarianism. That is really fucking huge. Look at that. On medium taxation, he's at 600,000. And if he goes to high, it's 700,000 already. What else do we have here? Let's see. Hey, he's still got a million unrealized taxes, man. Holy shit, bro. Oh, he didn't rush standardized filing cabinets? Oh, he doesn't have the technology. Damn! He's doing atmospheric engine now. I would not have this queue that he's got right now. I would just let the technology spread take care of this, because it's already getting some technology spread. Look at that. See? It's got 58 points from the technology spread itself, right? No, my bad. That's actually just from the actual weekly. So I would change that. I would just go Central Archives instantly. Central Archives means 25 flat taxation capacity, and you get the standardized filing systems. So that means the 3,000 bureaucracy that you have right now, which is 25% tax waste, would disappear instantly, because you already have 216 government administration buildings. So that means you would get like 1,000, give or take, bureaucracy, which means you would probably have 1.2 million national revenue just from going that technology right now. That's how fucking massive that is. You're allied to Russia. You go central banking, you get your iron from Russia, you get a trade route with Russia, and then Russia does a trade route with me. So I make the iron, Russia makes the commission and transfers it over to Qing. So all 3 win. Qing doesn't need to research the atmospheric engines, which is a waste of time, because it's going to take a while to research it, because they have really low innovation, and he has other stuff he needs to prioritize right now, right? Until he gets to that. And also, obviously, freaking spam universities. You got literally 4 universities. Oh my god. But he's doing good though. Legislation wise, he's doing amazing, actually. Amazing. No police force. I would so go for dedicated police force. Look at the amount. 78% endorsement. That instantly is going to pass. 75 clout for that. Holy shit. And you want to do that before you get rid of the landowners too, because the scholar officials or landowners will not be in control afterwards, so it's going to be harder to pass that. But you can pass this legislation with 3 ticks. That's like less than a year. Then you can also do a professional army, 26%, just that's doable. This is going to help out a lot, because obviously professional army means political strength for the armed forces, weekly experience gain, and so on. It's better than peasant levies by a long shot, actually. Oh my god, bureaucratic cost of policy is 3,500. Holy shit. Yeah, that's why he didn't pass police. That makes a lot of sense. Why is it that high? It's because he didn't get the tech for it yet, did he? No, he didn't. See, that's the thing. As China, you need very specific technologies to go for it, to rush, because if you don't rush those specific technologies, you really put yourself behind. You're like the sleeping giant of the game, right? If you know how to play as China, literally nobody can stop you. Literally nobody. The whole planet together can come and you're still gonna fucking win. That's how strong they are. You have to realize they got 350 million population. Let me check their power block, actually. Transportation infrastructure. Why? External trade. Okay, that's good. That's good. External trade is good for China. But transportation, I'm a bit confused. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's a good principle to have. But as China, you should really go for advanced research, because technology is your biggest bane. You go for advanced research, you level it up to level 3, and you try and do everything you can to push for any of the education systems. Even religious, because religious is the easiest one to get, because a lot of the times you're going to have the Confucians that will help you out with this, right? And then you push for that. It's going to cost you a lot of bureaucracy, but it's going to be worth it in my opinion. It's going to be cheaper once you get the standardized filing cabinets. Look at that. 14,000, my dude. So that means an extra, like I said, 1,000 you're going to be on the plus afterwards. That's huge. It's actually huge. 460, that's not bad. 460, that's really good actually. Holy shit. And you have very little turmoil, which is huge.
He didn't get the debuff, Ludi.
I know, he got it a pre-game actually. Right now he is the greatest power in our particular session. All right, let's check Finland. Finland. God damn, finish out here better than us, boys. 89,000 income. God, schnippledoops. All right, you doing good, man. Let's see. Your consumption taxes are surprisingly very fucking good. Only one I would change is I would put transportation because you got a decent amount of transportation, but you don't have the authority for it. I would cancel, to be honest with you, wine and liquor, and I would just put transportation. You would lose a little bit of money on that. However, the amount that you lose is 4,000, and transportation will only affect your upper strata. That's it. So if you go to population, you check that transportation is the highest input good right now for the upper strata, right? You see over there 23% transportation, 15 services, 14 luxury clothes. And now your upper strata in your particular case has 104 income. And you've got quite a few of them, 33,000 considering your size. So you would be making more money in the long run and less of a hit on your standard of living by going for the transportation tax, consumption tax, than going for the liquor and wine. Opium is fine, keep that shit. Services is perfect. That should be the first consumption tax. In fact, services, I would argue you should keep the entire game. You should never cancel services because services does affect initially only the upper strata and the middle strata to a certain extent. As you progress and you get more money for your population, it affects all three groups pretty much equally, right? Because everyone's going to be using services. However, by the late game when services is going to affect the lower strata, the reality is that they're going to have the money, so it's not going to affect them as much. It's not going to lower the standard of living as much, and the amount of money that you get from services is going to be freaking insanely huge. What else? Do you need authority? You can get one edict if you go for very high, and the cost is 7,000. Oh my god, you should go for very high actually. Military, unless you go into war, no point. You just keep it on very low. Unless you need approval for the armed forces for some reason. Oh, you do have the armed forces. I guess you should keep it then. Because if you do this, it's going to lower your approval by 2. So then you don't get this particular bonus here.
I mean, I should only need patriotic fervor while at war.
True. I mean, that is a good point, actually. Yeah. So, fair enough. Go for that. Legislation. I think you do start with good legislation, don't you?
Yeah, Finland actually has a really good start.
You got one of the best standard of livings, man. 12.2 at this point of the campaign. That's freaking huge. Not only that, but you have really good laws. Interventionalism is not bad. Tenant farmers, I mean, obviously homesteading is better, but tenant farmers is better than nothing. Public health insurance, this is it. You don't need to change this ever again. Like, for me, public health insurance and public schools are massive priorities, obviously alongside the economic system as well. Can you pass free trade? I mean, for you, it doesn't really make any difference because you don't have much of a trade going on, right?
Yeah, I think my trade routes are just exporting wood primarily. That's like my main good at this point.
Well, yeah, you do have mostly just exporting wood to Russia. Oh, you have homesteading, 71%. Oh my god. For me, I had the same situation. I had homesteading support in the first few years, and I was doing another law that I really needed to pass. And by the time I finished the law, in this run, by the way, homesteading agitator was gone, so there was no more support for homesteading. I had to wait for like 10 more years to get homesteading. That kind of sucked.
That's disappointing.
It is. But you know, passing wealth voting this early in the campaign is really good for you because you're not going to need to worry about this part for a while. Probably can just skip census suffrage and just go to universal suffrage whenever you get the technology for it directly. You might actually have the best technologies afterwards. You just need to invent feminism first. 50 innovation, my dude. What the hell is going on here?
I've just been ignoring it.
Well, yeah. That's fair. Obviously, go for dialects because dialects gives you philosophical departments, which is going to give you more innovation, right? Oh, I see. You got migration control, so you only get accepted cultures, and you got cultural exclusion. So, yeah, that's really good because cultural exclusion, basically, if you're a European heritage, it means that...
Yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, you're going to get all the Europeans. Honestly, the hardest thing in this game is to pass multiculturalism. There's only one way you're going to be able to pass multiculturalism, and that is after, of course, you got human rights. You get the communists in charge. You could probably go colonial as well now that I think about it. Like right now, who's in the colonial game? It's me and England. That's it. Freaking England is ridiculous, man. You start with some of the most insane technologies, way above anybody else. Then you have instant colonial access to all of Africa, including Kenya, which is the highest free GDP in the game. You literally can get like 4 million GDP by just colonizing this before anybody else even researched technology for colonization or passed legislation for it, you know, which is huge. And then this is also going to turn into rubber. This area is rubber area. So in the mid to late game, when rubber is the biggest issue, everybody's going to be buying from the British the rubber from the Kenyan bits. They're set. They're freaking set, you know. The British are so strong. Not to mention India and everything else. They start with colonies. They can easily munch into South America if they wanted to. They can easily munch into the rest of Africa. It's basically free game for them. So if you have a good player in England, it's over. Oh, not to mention attack Qing day one. Take South and North Manchuria and Primoria. Take these three, or if you don't want border gore, Shenyang and these three basically. This is like 20 million population with a buttload of coal mines, iron mines, lead mines in both of these. So it's ridiculous.
Is accepted pops not a problem there?
Not necessary. If you really care about that too much, you could always just release it as a subject. And then you don't need to care about it and you just build in your subject. And it's the same like having it, so. What the fuck is US doing, bro? Don't tell me he forgot about that. I'm not gonna tell him. Nobody tell him.
Did.
Literally 1 million GDP he's losing out on because of the change in production methods for textile mills and furniture. And I bet you he's had that for a while. He has had that for a while. He forgot. 82 innovation. Oh my god, bro. 131 max cap. Oh god, bro. It's painful to watch. Okay, so he's doing good here. He's researching the stuff that he should be researching. Human rights, I'm guessing he's going to go for the compulsory primary schools. But then he's going for that because he wants to have level 5 education. But he hasn't maxed out his innovation, so that's weird. Maybe he forgot about it. I don't know. Also, let's see what his taxation situation is. Boom. He's good with taxes. What about here? That's a big deal. Yeah, I would keep it on that, considering he's not even using his authority. I'm guessing it's because of the enactment. He's not passing any legislation, though. What the fuck is he doing, man? I would just go to max taxation if I was him. He's got pretty high amounts of credit. I would just pay off the credit, because right now he's got 20,000 interest. So 20,000 interest is pretty high, even for a great power like him. I wouldn't go anything above 10,000 interest personally. And pay that off. Get some extra taxes here, especially since you're in the US, so you don't need to give a shit about standard of living for the first 50 years, really. Go for this, go for this, go for course. No, not even. That's too much. That's enough. 112,000 from that. You can change probably a few of these as well. There you go. You can probably do pot stills. Not yet. Okay, interesting. So his people are still pretty poor. Look at that. Look at the production efficiency on these. That means that he's in need of these. What is going on here? Why has he paused that? He's got 129 construction. My dude, 129 construction as the US in 1857. What has this man been doing? My dude, as US in 1850, you should have like 500-600 minimum by 1856. Minimum. The US is a beast, man. The US is a freaking beast. Let's check legislation. Per capita taxation. You could probably go for proportional though. Oh my god, he's got guaranteed liberty. He's not even going for it, brother. So obviously you want to go for this, right? If you have it available. And I think he starts with right of assembly, if I'm not mistaken, as the US. So he can probably push for guaranteed liberty super fast. And then you just go afterwards of protected speech if you've got human rights, which he should have by now, I guess. Homesteading perfect, and interventionalism. No health system. He could go for private health system, better than nothing really, because it still gives you 2 max health systems. And as the US, well, not the way he played it, but as the US, you should have a buttload of industrialists. As the US, you should really go capitalist heavy, right? Because you have the capability for that, and you also have some awesome companies as the US that you should be taking advantage of. So Carnegie gives iron mines, coal mines, and steel mines bonuses. That's throughput and construction bonuses, my dude, right there. And then you also get shipyard bonus, which is good for the US, right? Because they need big shipyards. And you also get railway throughput, which again is good for the US because you're going to need a lot of railways, because you're going to have a massive industry. You're going to be building insane amounts of infrastructure all over the place, right? So that 10% scales so nicely for them, because you're going to have probably like in the thousands. So that's going to be just like hundreds that you're going to get extra from the railway throughput. All right, let me check Ottomans and we'll check Spain. So let's see what we have here. Ottomans 64 innovation with 73 cap. Then we got, oh my god, 6.9. What the fuck, man? Okay, let's check why. So we got 50 income for the high upper class. Holy shit. Poverty be rampant here, boys. Did he actually get the Tanzimats done? No, he didn't, because if he did, he would get the bonus from it. Okay, he's not too bad with the legislation though. So, oh god, He's got slave trade still. Slave trade, serfdom. But he's got support for homesteading. Oh, he can pass homesteading, man. He can definitely pass homesteading. So he's got homesteading easily in the bag. Appointed bureaucrats, that's good. He passed that. He does not have professional army, which would have been nice if he had, because it would have helped him quite a bit. He did get landed voting, which is not a bad idea. It's a step in the right direction. He does start with the intelligentsia, Mahmud Osmanoglu. He's a moderate, but still a part of the intelligentsia, so better than having landowner. He does have to pass serfdom and slave trade. These are the two ones that he needs to desperately pass. And then after he passes these two, get rid of traditionalism as well. And then after that, schools, health system, police, everything else. He's not doing bad actually though. Population wise, 21 million, 3 million unemployed, 5 million radicals. Actually not bad. I have about the same amount of radicals that he's got, so it's standard for this period. No institutions though. That's a bit of a setback because the institutions are such a good blessing in this game. National supremacy, so everybody except the Turks is, yeah, that's not good.
Historically accurate. Turkish.
Yeah, he really needs to pass racial segregation, because then he's gonna have the European heritage, right?
Yep.
No, I didn't
wait,
know
he doesn't?
this. No shot. Please tell me he has a second primary culture. He does not. I feel like Turks should be European and Middle Eastern heritage though, because they're like in between both worlds, right? I didn't know they start with obsession with coffee and taboo on liquor and wine, whilst their second biggest group in the country has obsession with wine by contrast. Oh no, my bad. Mashrikis are the second biggest, which have the same as the Turks. But then again, most of the Middle East is Middle Eastern heritage, so passing racial segregation would still be really, really good for him. It would basically mean like an extra 5-6 million population that's going to be loyal and not discriminated. So Mizris are also Middle Eastern heritage and Arab speaking. So for his people, he's got Turkic, right? Which includes not only the Turks, but it also should include like the Azerbaijani, the Tatars, the Tuvan, the Kuvash, all these bad boys, right? So it's going to be a few other areas if he decides to go in that area to expand, right? Which I'm assuming he's not going to be able to now. 21 infamy from what?
I think from Egypt. He made them a protectorate, like, relatively.
Oh, that's good. That's really good. Oh, he did pass the Tanzimats, bro. Because he got one from making them a protectorate. He got the second from the Lebanese areas and all that shit. And then the third one, I would assume the urbanization. Urban center. Let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. He got it. The urbanization. The third Tanzimat. And then the fourth Tanzimat, I would assume the military. That's easy as fuck as well to do. So he did pass it. Okay, good. And he passed it fast. We're already in 57. He passed it, so that's good. He's got taxes on wood, services, wine. Oh, that's the shit I added, isn't it? So economically speaking, he's got a good situation. Honestly, a good situation. All right, let's check Spain. Let's check what's going on here. So he got 4.6k wine, luxury clothes, tobacco, opium. You don't have services tax. Why is that? Remove, add services. Basically the same. You actually get more money, and it doesn't affect your poors. It affects the rich. 30,000, 40 out of 70. You're paused. No, you're not paused. What's going on here? You're not building anything. If you're not going to build anything, delete your construction sectors. Do not just leave them like this, because you're still gonna have a part of it used, right? So if you're gonna have it, just use it, or just downscale. Why are you not enacting elected, bro? That's actually really good. Elected is the best one, because appointed bureaucrats, it gives you the taxation capacity, but elected gives you 15% bureaucracy, institution cost multiplier reduction. Plus, it attracts more bureaucrats for the petite bourgeoisie, which is one of the mid-game interest groups that you want to have. Tax waste, let's see. 9,000. It's not much. So 25% is nothing, considering that you do need more government administration buildings. You only have 27, which is very little. Check by the tax to see which one is going to be the first one to start experiencing tax issues. It's not going to happen now because you are still okay with that, but it's going to be eventually. So you might as well just build it in those. Go like that. Boom, boom. Or if you don't want to do that, you can build in Toledo because it's your capital. Up to you. Whatever the case, you should probably get like 10 more of these and then start going level 3, level 5, level 4. The thing is, you do have a good institution situation from what I can tell right now. You got agrarianism, tenant farmers. You should change for homesteading whenever you can. Oh my God, what is this? Construction efficiency in Toledo. What the fuck? Why do you have agricultural industry in your capital, bro?
Because there's a lot of agriculture there.
You got 15 farms. So agricultural industry is bait, by the way. Don't waste your authority points on that shit, man. Let's see what decrees you have. Oh my God, you have a lot of them. Okay, you're gonna cancel all that crap because that's basically a waste. The percentage you get from that is ridiculously low. So that gives you 20% agricultural throughput, right? Look at this. Your income you're getting from these farms is like nothing, bro. It's like 6.2. So you're gonna get 400 weekly balance increase from that shit. 400, my dude. For 400, you waste 100 authority points, which you could use for a lot of things, like violently suppressing people, road maintenance, right? There, that means you have no more construction effort issues. There you go. We went to 0.1 positive. That's a big plus right there, because you were on the minus 20 something percent before. Okay, at least you got water 2 boilers. That's pretty good. And you got 92. That's not bad, actually. You should max it out to 108, but that's not bad. 92. It means that you were focusing on that, so that's good. So I would say you want to go finish stock company because you want to get the company for the bonuses. That's not bad. The technology. I think the technology, you got it down pretty well because you focused on water 2 boiler, which is important if you need to go down an industrial path. Stock exchange is not bad. I would go postal savings next, modern sewage. Then you can go pharmaceuticals, psychiatry, which would help a little bit with lowering even more the institution cost.
I see. And what's your overall diagnosis for the rut I have landed Spain in?
I'd say you're doing pretty good, man. You're doing pretty good for sure. You have a good economy, actually, my dude. Look at that. You got everything in the green. It means you have a productivity that's pretty good. Your issue is the interest. The only issue you have is the interest. Do you have any investment pool? No, you don't have any investment pool. Shit. One thing that can help you is free trade. Free trade is the best legislation for trade because it offers trade route volume, which increases the amount traded. It lowers the bureaucracy, so the cost of a trade route by 50%. It increases the competitiveness, so that's obviously pretty self-explanatory, and it gives leverage resistance reduction. Let's check France. You know, France is kind of shocking. France, which in my opinion is head-to-head with Britain as the strongest nations in this game, has 60 construction sectors in 1850. They should have 1,000. I'm not even capping, by the way.
Oh, 100%.
That's wild to me.
With most of these big nations, you just should spend the first 20 years just doing iron and tools.
I know.
And literally, that's it.
I know. That's literally what I was saying earlier. If I was really going to try hard as Germany, literally iron and tooling workshops. That's it. Nothing else. And just construction sectors for the first 30 years. And then you end up with the massive industry, and then you just snowball and scale like fucking insane.
I mean,
and
that's
France
kind of what I've been
excels at that. France literally excels at that, you know.